Oh, what's up, everybody? Sorry, I got one hand occupied by the big bucket of popcorn here. I'm trying to get everything done at once. What's up, everybody? It's me, Jum Jumington, former CEO of Jumington Dynamics, broadcasting live from the Jumington Dynamics Auxiliary Hazardous Material Storage Facility somewhere in the world. Can I flip it a little bit? Usually do. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to my second watch along. We're playing one of my favorites tonight. I'm not going to say it's a little known movie, but it hasn't seen widespread distribution due to battle over the rights, due to the producer making changes for I believe the home video release that angered the director. And so it caused a bunch of rights disputes. Fight for your rights to party. Indeed. What's up, Renmo? What's up, Judd? What's up, Brother Doom? And so sadly, it hasn't seen more widespread release. So before we jump into the movie, link is in the comments here. It's a pinned comment to YouTube. The copy on YouTube is the Domesday capture, which is a method of capturing multiple different passes off of laser discs and stacking them together to get the best, most complete rip off of a laser disc you can. It's quite a process, but this is probably the best version of the movie we're ever going to see. Speaking of Devour, doesn't have any vor, more like sacrifice. I mean, if you're getting devoured, it's vor, but someone is. Probably not us. It's just a play on the word devour. Nobody actually wants to get vored in that group. Well, I don't know. I shouldn't say that. I don't know everyone's predilections. So before we get started, we'll just talk a little bit about the movie. This movie was I'm not going to say a time, but this was a project that was started, and then they had a direct tie-in to a Famicom game, Sweet Home, which is a fantastic horror-themed RPG. I highly recommend finding a translated copy of that and checking it out. I played it myself a year or 2 years ago. Very fun game from Capcom. Precursor to the Resident Evil series in many ways. It was directed by Kiyoshi Kurosawa. And he is one of my all-time favorite Japanese horror film directors. My favorites from him that I can list off the top of my head are Cure, Pulse, and Creepy. If you can find those movies, they're out there. They're very good. Pulse has some iconic shots in it of really spooky ghost stuff going on. Cure is a real mind-bender of a movie. And Creepy was somewhat based on a true story, but Creepy is very weird. He's got some newer stuff, but it hasn't made it to the States yet, so I'm still waiting for my chance to watch that stuff. But he's been around for quite some time. The special effects in this movie, the makeup effects, were done by Dick Smith, who is best known for Altered States, Scanners, The Exorcist, Poltergeist. I think it was Poltergeist 3 he did effects for. He also did special effects for the Monsters TV show. Yes, I did, Ryan. What's up? Sorry, Richard Smith. Starman. He did a lot. Golden Years, the Stephen King TV miniseries. Forever Young with Mel Gibson. Death Becomes Her. He's a makeup designer in that as well. So he's been in the business for quite some time. They flew him out to Japan to do the effects for this. Some of which you'll see pretty early on, but most of them you'll see later on in the movie. Very good, very good. Quite enjoyed it. Music in the movie is produced by Masaya Matsura. This is early on in his career. He went on to work primarily in video game music, creating the music for such games as Parappa the Rappa and Vib Ribbon, and the numerous sequels to those. So, a little background to the movie. It's a very good movie. It's subtitled. It is in Japanese. It's subtitled. If that puts you off, well, I can't do anything about that. It is what it is. I will try not to shove too much weird J-horror stuff at you guys. I think next week we're probably going to watch a classic Vincent Price movie, and then maybe trying to get something super scary for the last week. Seen that Yatsura anime? I think that's a different anime. Anyway, link is in the description. I will start the timer once we started the movie. So once I get a couple thumbs up that people are ready to go, we'll get the movie started and get the timer started. And once again, if you're unfamiliar, there's a link in the comments, not in the comment, in Yeah, there's comments in the chat here. It's a link to YouTube where you can watch it. It'll just be, it's kind of in the background blurred out. There's no sound on my end. So is what it is. Ready? Ready? That's good enough for me. Everyone else better catch up. So my timer will be off by a couple seconds, but we all can deal. Come on. There we go. Yeah, that the producer Jozo Tommy is the one who made changes that pissed off Kurosawa. Riot, no. What's up, Flash? Welcome in. Join us. Oh, I forgot I did a screenplay too. So I don't know a lot about Japanese geography, but I don't know where you go in Japan for a big, vast expanse of sand. The beach after tsunami. Maybe. It seems like they're out in the desert, but especially given this guy. Bumpkin rage. Look at those glasses. What if instead you filmed the biggest tree? He does kind of look like Shatner. It's playing a game of the glasses. Early Virtual Boy prototype. Taguchi's kind of a creepy weirdo. I don't think he's a bad guy. He's just kind of... he's on the edge. Not like the pyramid perv. No, he's not that bad. I love it's like, we'll let him in because this way we can find out if the curse is real. $16,000 pies. Damn, man, that's a lot of pies. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Getting some rest after baking all those pies. Damn. It's good to see you, Justin. Nuggets. A gentleman's kiss to seal the deal. Canadian Thanksgiving. Oh, yeah. So, man, that is a monster. That's a mountain of pies. I mean, I can deliver. All right, that is Shingo Yamashiro. I think Sweet Home is his final film. Starred in several variety shows later in his career. Yeah, I think this is his last like feature length film he did. Just sounds like Columbo. Yeah. So the girl to the right there who plays his daughter is Noko, who is the lead singer of the popular band Rebecca. So you get the obligatory pop star inclusion. Noko. So if you play the game, like these characters are pretty much all in the game as the characters that you control. And they all kind of line up with it. Like one of them's got the vacuum, the art historian's got the vacuum, the cameraman's got the camera. Like it's pretty neat. Be right back. Alrighty. Imagine the ghost the door's just holding it. Just, oh. Should do with her eye. That's what I was wondering. And then she said she was adjusting her contact, like her contact shifted. But it's like when you're checking your eyeball for wrinkles, what's going on? I really thought she was about to say that. There's a wrinkle on my eyeball. Just your classic abandoned haunted mansion. Yeah, it sounds like the whole house is just gonna cave in on him. Oh, Jesus, lady. No. Is the other man I went with Uncle to get his sad items out of? He shat in her pants. He sure did. That's all I need to flee. You know about you? I go into an abandoned structure and a ceiling beam falls on me. I'm just walking out. I don't care if it's haunted at that point. Like I don't want to die in a cave in. The ghosts would need to lock me in. If they put that much effort to keep you out, and you think the ghost would turn around and be like, "No, stay." I actually like mine. That seems like ghostly behavior. Waiting outside to begin with. That's a smart move. So oh no, you gotta be like park the car like a ways back and be out by that. Sold on the rising dusk frame. I gotta look into that. Oh, that's ominous. Just a nice rock pile with a skull-shaped rock on top. I'm sure it's fine. Just continue to cross over all those lines. Yeah, I'd like to check out a rising dusk someday. God damn, man. You couldn't find another rock? I just need to get this lock open. Let me rip up this tombstone over here. It's perfectly normal rock placement. Totally natural. It's just a coincidence. See, the glacial floodwaters came down and it causes these formations of rocks. The ghost antenna. I'm not going to get ghost satellite anymore. Or it's not electricity. It's a generator. That's why it's got power. Because he just gassed up the generator. Oh, well, I mean, the generator's only going to last so long, so the less they run off of it, the better. Psycho Mantis. She's currently reading the contents of your memory card. Damn it, dude, I want a mom. He's probably got to go after this and film the Japanese remake of Incubus. But first, he's got to go learn Esperanto. TJ Hikaru. Smell that water be atrocious. No, that's fresh water they trucked in. Certainly not. The whole house would be nasty. See that the art historian's got the only right idea, like the only one with the right idea. Get the gas mask on, because you're gonna be breathing in so many mold spores, like your body's gonna turn into a fucking mushroom. All these people are leaving here with massive respiratory infections. You ever see the movie Matango? It's a Toho movie from the 60s, I believe, about mushroom people. It's pretty good. Like that's the woman she's trying to set him up with, and he's just like, I want my carefree bachelor days. Tango's wrestler. That word just is a word to mean mushroom. Is it lung infection? Yep. Oh, well, you ruined it, kid. Nope. Priceless artifact destroyed. Way to go. Oh. Why, there's frescoes everywhere. What could it mean? just poking her. Hey. Hey. if I agree with that. Better look out. Yeah. Yeah, chew her out, man. God. Oh, yeah, that'll be fine. What a diva. She's going a little mad. Yeah, Taguchi's a problem. He'll get his just desserts, though. So we'll come up good later. Large battle axe in the corner. Yeah. It's a real Chekhov's battle axe right there. Here's more fun, brother Tamagotchi. Well, Taguchi was a lot more self-reliant. Tamagotchis need a lot of extra care. That's why Taguchi moved out, got a job. It's like, I'm letting someone else pick up my poop. I've got too much pride. Please take my mother's dead dress. My dead mother's dress. Fumble the word there. It's cotton, trust me. Oh, he's reading like a choose your own adventure book. And cheating. I hope they have more water than that. We didn't use the green water. I think he could be charged with a crime for that. He's getting real worked up over that shadow. And the one under the Frisco, no! Her hair would be falling out. Ooh. Oh yeah, digging up coffins never ends well. It's the Pharaoh's coffin. I don't know. This coffin looks like alien or something. Yeah, it's a highly stylized coffin. Oh baby. Oh. Oh. House is about to have their own cat boy. I'm just climb tomorrow. 6 Eastern. That's what I had. That's a well-cured baby meat. Oh, it's been dry aged in the ground. He wants some delicious jerky now. Yeah, 6 p.m. Eastern is what we said. God. He's so excited about that game. Oh, well. That's nice knowing you. managed to escape this time. The snake one from Jackie Chan could be. The pig beam eyes. So I gotta double check because I'm pretty sure that is the producer. Juzo Atami playing that gentleman. Yeah, I mean, nobody ever listens when they're like, don't go in that haunted house. Is that beard glued on? Yeah, I believe so. Because he was much younger, so I believe it's part of a lot of prosthetics that they had put on him to make him look older. That was also something done by Dick Smith as part of the makeup effects. And he ended up looking pretty much exactly like that when he was older, from what I've read. Like, they were pretty amazed when people look at the photos later. They did a really good job aging him up. It's not totally convincing. If you look at his face, it's like kind of clear he's got some kind of facial prosthetic going on, but the likeness is pretty good. Well, let's give that baby jerky for herself. It's how it's been shaped like the current. Yes, it is. It's all interlinked. When you go to effort to dig up some nice dry aged meats, it's difficult to share it. Whoops! I guess we're stuck now. Don't say it right. Don't say it. It's haunted. No, you'll be fine. Just go back in the ghost house with the dead baby. Oh, damn. This is totally fine. What's wrong with the house? Go back inside. It's cool. It'll be great. Nothing to worry about. Go down with the ghost and have a party. Yeah. Oh, well. She's going to go steal the car again. Maybe you could sing karaoke. Well, baby only knows one word. Where? It's cool. Just go explore. What could possibly go wrong? Man, everyone's losing it. Shadow people raving. It's just a demon rave. No. Totally normal behavior. Uh-oh. No, don't help him. It's about to transform into one of the enemies you routinely run into in the game. Like 20 seconds to get up. It was paralyzed with fright. Or shadow magic, I don't know. Ah! I should run this try. Effects. Yeah, the effects are good. Pretty solid for 1989. It's half the man he used to be. It's a shame when your terminal injury is just too gross for people to help. I'd help you, but you're nasty. No. It'll be all right. You can just walk it off. Oh, wait. You ain't got no legs, Lieutenant Dan. He's got a strong will to live. They have the wheelchair in the mirror. Yeah, they're all set up for it. Please help me. No. Oh, damn. Yeah, don't get injured around this lady. Help, I stubbed my toe. Ah! Oh, oh yeah. Splitting egg. Don't worry, the old man will save the day. It's very Japanese to be like, leave when your work is done. Yep. She's a little melty. Come check this out. We're going to experience the terror as a family. Yeah, surely caved his skull in there. Oh, going to the meat room. Let's go to the blood room. Oh, man. I didn't know some member parts before we lifted the body to see the face. Yeah, it's kind of dim in there, you know. They just thought it was some discarded shoes. Getting chopped wasn't enough. Converted her body into molten hot magma. Maybe the old man was onto something. Who knew? Is it the first time in history an old man has been correct? No. I still can't trust the old man. He's old. What does he know? Just get all kinds of experience, just not the kind they wanted. Yeah, look at his face. It's pretty good, like old man makeup. They put it on a younger individual. Not again. Well. See, here's your problem. The man's dead. Oh, yeah. Well, she's gone. I made her claim the insurance. This guy is so disorganized, he probably doesn't even have a birth certificate for her. She probably doesn't even legally exist. She's going to turn 18 and find out that her father's taken out like $100,000 loans in her name. That's not your daughter. Oh, well. And even the old man's not powerful enough. Oh, that's some classic electricity effect there. Turns into a pigeon. Is it D2 all over again? Time to call Scooby-Doo. Damn, lady. It's kind of like a Japanese female Freddy Krueger. So it doesn't, they never really say it, but there's a popular theory is that this guy is actually Mr. Mamiya, who's just been hanging around the area to keep an eye on his dead wife's evil ghost. Yeah, like it's everyone I know who looks at this is like, clearly it's that guy, clearly it's Ichiro, but all he says is like, no, he died. And I don't think they say anything more about it, but it's like, yeah, I have to write. Yeah, like there's so much in there that implies it or connects to it that it's hard to believe that wasn't their intention. But if you just set yourselves on fire. Oh, willpower. Okay. I was going to say fire, but that's. Relax. Scooby, they got to get Scooby and the gang in here. Get old man Jenkins out of this mansion. Turned out it was old man Jenkins all along. But you killed 2 people. Well, these things happen, kids. just slaps grabs it. So the actor playing him is also the producer of this movie, Juzo Otame. Let me make sure. Yeah, which was also his final film role. He died in 1997 at the age of 64. But his death is a little bit mysterious. He fell off, or was, as later postulated, pushed off the roof of his office building, and they found a typed up note on his computer saying he did it because he was having an affair, was going to get exposed, ruin his career, and so on. And then sometime later, a Yakuza member revealed to a reporter that they had set the whole thing up to stage his murder to look like he had killed himself because they're upset about a movie he was going to do about the Yakuza. This particular group of the Yakuza. So I don't know how, like, it was one of those stories where it was like, he never talked about this. We never believed he was going to do it. Like, we had no indication what was going on. This is so out of character for him. Yeah, he crushed it. Nailed it. I mean, the whiskey's still in there. It's just a little mashed up. Yeah, I guess, how does he know that's there if he's not Ichiro, right? Uh-oh. Even though the magic old man told us not to use the lights, we're going to use those lights. Yeah, I think quick math. He would have been 55 thereabouts in this movie. So pretty good job on the make him looking at him older. Shadow Mamiya sounds like a character from a Metal Gear game. You know what's kind of funny? That scream sounded a lot like Ava 01 screaming when it goes berserk in Evangelion, which itself was actually like a woman screaming, like super slowed down and like pitch shifted. Oh, well. I mean, I hope it worked out for him. Still salty whenever I got a live action Evangelion. I don't know, man. I don't see how they could do it well. I think it would either like be a completely different thing and be kind of jacked up, or it would be like super campy. I could be wrong. Oh. Well. They'll probably ruin it. Yeah, I mean, I had that same fear. They were talking for years about a live action Akira done in the States. But it was like, we're going to change their names to like Matt and Kenny, and it's going to be set in New York City. And I'm like, oh, please no. Well, didn't James Cameron want to do that one? I think his name was attached to it at some point. I know the Battle Angel Alita was one that he had been dying to do forever. And I think it missed the mark in a lot of ways. That's one of my favorite mangas right there. Gundam or Battle Angel Alita. And there's a lot that I thought that movie sold well visually. They just chopped the story up in the worst way. No. Yeah, that's the good stuff. I couldn't get over her eyes. Yeah, see, and that's the thing. Like, there's so much of it that's like there's a particular image that you want to capture in live action that like, okay, but like real people don't actually look like that. You know, if you did a live action Charlie Brown, he wouldn't have a giant head. If you made him have a giant head in live action, it would look freakish and messed up. But if it just looked like a regular person, you'd just be like, why bother? And I think that's the point where you have to look at it and go, maybe I shouldn't do this. Maybe this was a bad idea. Oh, well. It's like a roach motel. Once you check in, you can't check out. Yeah, you need some like special kind of lighting to not have shadows all over the place. Don't strain yourself. Shit, this is life or death. I'm 42 years old. How hard do you think I can do this? I'm almost dead already. Ricardo Shatner hard at work there. Look, he did it. Oh, well. Whoa! Whoa! Do a 3D movie? You mean like 3D glasses, that sort of thing, Judd? I don't know. I don't know what the status is on like the newer 3D that relied on having like the 3D TV. I don't know if like streaming supports that anywhere or if that was on the disc. I never had a 3D TV. I never looked into it. But I know the older stuff like from the 70s and 80s that used like the red and blue glasses. I don't think I've ever seen anywhere that streams that. Like if you go watch Jaws 3 or Friday the 13th Part 3, it's just like the regular release. I don't know. I think the Friday the 13th Part 3 Blu-ray had 3D, but I think it was done with a 3D TV. So offhand, I'd say no, because I don't think they. I don't know. I would have to check, but I don't know any service that actually provides that. They usually format it for regular viewing. And I don't know if like the red blue stuff like works off of modern TVs, or if that's one of those things that doesn't work. It's been so long since I took it. It does. Box set came with the glasses. I don't know if I'd have to look to see if my box set came with glasses. I don't remember seeing them in there. It's right behind me. But I remember when I was copying them all to the my Plex server, that came up, and I was like, I wonder if this works. And everything I read said it worked. Oh, well. I didn't put the disc back in the box. It's probably still sitting on top of my computer I used to rip that stuff to Plex. I'll have to check that after stream. I thought I remember having that. Side boob. What's that, a Shop Factory release? Yeah. I don't remember. I'll have to check the disc 3. The case is not in that because I was ripping that stuff last Friday the 13th to watch it, but it never came back. So I'll have to check the box to see if it came with it, unless it's in like, I don't think it's just floating in the box. But yeah, it is the Shout Factory release. I probably just didn't notice. I'll have to get back in my, because I know when I ripped all that stuff, like there was another copy on it, but I didn't. I have to double check to see. The 3D in Friday the 13th Part 3 has some okay effects in it, but there's a lot of it that is just like a guy pushing a broom into the screen, and it's like, oh, oh no. Jaws 3D. That's my like. Anytime I think of 3D movies, Jaws 3D is the one that comes to mind, because I remember seeing that as a kid in the theater and being really freaked out at like the giant like the fish gore flying at the screen and Jaws, and it looks so hokey now, but I was a little kid when I saw it. It's one of those kids that watched Jaws and was like, there might be a shark in the swimming pool. There ain't no shark in that swimming pool. But my tiny little brain was my mind was blown by the 3D back then. I could have sworn it's modern 3D TV capable. That explains it. Because I remember when I ripped it, and there is a copy that has the 3D data on it, which supposedly will work that way. I didn't remember seeing one that had the red blue. I don't think the red blue stuff works on modern displays. It might not work on tube TVs either. I could be wrong. Oh boy. Yeah, see, that's major foundation damage. Like, you're really going to want to get that checked out. Because you try and sell this house, like, any inspector worth the salt's going to point that out right away. Chop Factory release officially discontinued now, too. Some of the stuff they only have for limited time, but the Friday the 13th stuff, I wonder if that was part of the still contentious, like, legal battle. Was that with Sean Cunningham? Because I think that just got settled out, like, recently, but that was like a long-standing issue. Victor Miller. That's who it is. It's Victor Miller, the original screenwriter. And that was a big dispute over that. Upheld on appeal 2021. Yeah, so I feel like that may have something to do with it, but it may have just been like a limited license thing. That's a good box set. I'm in the same way. I'm glad I bought it like as soon as they came out with it, because I was like, man, I don't want to miss this. I don't want to regret this when it's gone. Oh, wow. Well, the kid's already dead, so he's not going to get more dead. Right? Baby chucking. What an arm yet. Well, those shoes are not the right thing for the job. So, I know Amy said that was her mom's dress, but all I could think afterwards was like, did they bury her mom in that dress? And then she went and stole it back. Is Amy actually a serial killer who just wants other women to wear her mom's dress and then she'll murder them? It's a straight trade. Your kid for my boss's kid, my coworker's kid. Oh! Oh, damn. Well, that didn't really work out. The force lightning and the force pull. And they just need the force finisher move. Put on that Admiral Akbar skin and go to town. How fast I would have been in that child. Well, you would have never even. Oh, damn. Well, I guess that's it. You would have never even gone in the building. What? I don't know what's going on with that. Yeah, YouTube just came up and said, like, your current audio bitrate 0 is lower than the recommended bitrate. I'm pretty sure I'm sending audio. Correct me if I'm wrong. Which would be the bitrate could not be 0. I think it's because I had my mic muted for a second there. It's probably longer than a second. Here OBS is freaking out. I mean, I can hear the preview. I think it's just because the only audio that's going on in the stream is my microphone, and I had the mic muted for a little bit of time there, so I could respond to a quick phone call. And I guess OBS was just like, no audio. That's the first time I've seen that. But usually, even if I like have to mute myself, that I don't think it's OBS. I think it's YouTube, because YouTube does this a lot, where like it'll tell me like, oh, you're only sending us like 0 video, and I'm like, no, I'm sending video. I would not ever willingly crawl into an incinerator. Well, congratulations, Ryan. You're stronger than this lady's kid. Tragic as it is. Oh, they're fine there. Sweet Home 2, The Revenge. See, if they made a sequel, which will never happen, they should instead make a prequel that is like the disfigured mammy abducting children. Oh ho! Ho ho! You clumsy poop. Wood, you're a sick man, Ryan. Oh. Oh my. Oh. She's just filled up with all them babies. What in the Resident Evil? That's something that when I played Sweet Home, it's a fan translation, and the translators chose to like put this line in, which is not really what was said. They're like, you must go into this house and defeat the Resident Evil. And I was like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. And then for a while, I heard people saying that the title Resident Evil came from a line in Sweet Home. And I'm like, no, it didn't. That was added to by the fan translators after the fact. And also Resident Evil only came about because they couldn't use Biohazard in America because I think it was a band had the copyright on it. Still a good game. Translation is pretty good. I can't blame them for putting a little like tongue-in-cheek thing like that in there, but at the same time when I saw it, I was like, ugh. Oh, she morphed all the way out there. Copyright on the cells like Sony with Don to Don. I don't know what happened with Sony and Don to Don. You will turn to the dark side, or you will die. Pay the price for your lack of vision. Oh yeah, that's gonna that's gonna get it done. Oh. She's got guts, I'll give her that. Is that Virgil's chair? Could be. Down heavy metal band showing up, company owning the band, sued the anime studio. It turns out they're both also owned by Sony. That's pretty ridiculous. Pay the price for your lack of children. Yeah, that is like a wildly designed coffin. I've never heard any explanation on it, like if they had something in mind for it, or if that was just like the style of the time. But it does look like this kid's will get about to pop out a face hugger. Like that's a wild coffin setup. A time capsule. It's a smoker for the baby jerky. Take your baby and get out. Green wants that baby jerky. Look, I made the jerky. I should get to eat the jerky. Rude. You leave. Yeah. It's pretty ballsy. Need to leave your house. I mean, she's dead, so she really doesn't have any legal standing there. The air fryer chamber. Air fryers were a lot more primitive back in the 80s. But also, I feel like if anybody like seriously wanted to deal with this, they could have easily dealt with it a long time ago. Just like, look, here's your kid. I also feel like they were halfway to not having this problem when Aiko like dug up the body. It was like she was on her way to resolving the problem, and they screwed it up by putting the kid back in the ground. Well, that's all you had to do was like, hey, here's your dead baby. Like, oh, thanks, I couldn't find it. Turns out I didn't make my cemetery wheelchair accessible. Well, and is the honest thing about this movie. Yeah. I mean, that's like a lot of J horror stuff. It doesn't have too strong a connection to that, but like a lot of J horror like has tons of build up, and then the end is just like goes way overboard. We can't end with horrible mention of fresco, can it? I don't know if there's another fresco, but there's still a little bit left here. Yeah, where is your dad? Do you know what the word orphanage means? Oh, hey, he lived. He's just a little bit messed up. Shatner never dies. Just stumbles away. Oh, damn, you're alive. I mean, oh, great, you're alive. There goes my insurance. Dad, how you gonna cover for the man? He was doing the best he could. It's just that his best wasn't very good. But he did his best. Here comes the father now. I'm the man in this family. All right, so it's not over yet. We still got like two minutes or so. We gotta wait for the credit to roll. SciS is the sound group that did a lot of the sound that the musician was a part of. Yeah, this is like a really nice quality copy. I saw this years ago on YouTube. It was not anywhere near as like nice a transfer as this. So kudos to this team for putting a lot of work into getting this good transfer out there. Well, it's not from his kid, Ryan. It's probably from the real estate guys back in town, the dude with the goggles. Yeah, which, I mean, it's because this was never like released on anything else. I think Laserdisc is like the highest end it got. So, which Laserdisc transfers can look really, really nice if they're in good condition. It's Japanese, so I'm just asking. Well, you know, that's a fair question. That's a fair question. Really nice scale model of the Mamiya mansion. On those trees that don't move. Well, yeah. You can't have it all. This is one of those like old school practical effects, like real clench shot, because like we've only got one of these. So we only get one chance to get this shot right. And if it doesn't go right, we really can't do it again. Similar to the exploding White House from Independence Day. Like, we only got this one model. So we got to get this all in one take here. All right. Well, that'll do it for Sweet Home. I'm hearing like a weird woozy noise background. Really good movie. Really enjoyed it. I hope you all did too. Like I said, Kiyoshi Kurosawa directed that movie. Has a lot of other cool J-horror movies. I recommend Pulse, Cure, Creepy are all very good ones. I think there's some behind the scenes stuff for this movie too floating out there, but yeah, there's just special effects behind the scenes. Yeah, I'm a copy here as well. You can watch if you're curious about the effects they did. It's only about another hour and 22 minutes. I don't think it's in English though. I think it's. Do they have English on this? Oh, it does have English subtitles. Well, at least it says it does. But then I'm skipping ahead and it just like... Oh yeah, they're putting the makeup on. Yeah, so I don't have time to watch the whole thing there, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I haven't watched the whole thing. I just saw it the other day. It's been on there for 3 years. Good God. Kubi, what's up? You just missed the movie, Kubi. You just missed it. It just ended. But I would still suggest you watch it. Link is pinned at the top there. Yeah, unfortunately. I'll be back again next week for another movie. I think I'm gonna find a classic Vincent Price movie. Similar classic, and then I'll probably pick something that I think is really, really scary for the last one that I do. Is there another one? Yeah, coming up this month. 1, 2. Yeah, there's 2 more. Because the next Saturday after that will be the day after Halloween. So 2 more of these. I'm not saying I won't do them again for the future, but like October, I tend to like go ham on stream a lot more than I usually do, or stream for longer hours or things like that. So I can't keep it up forever though. Yeah, so that was Sweet Home. That's all the time I got for today. Innsmouth, the Japanese version on YouTube too. Is it? That I haven't seen. I'll have to look into that. Yeah, so we'll be back tomorrow with myself, Sky Axons, Perhenmo, and Anna Delna. We're going to be playing Devour about the same time this started, 6 p.m. Eastern. I do love some Lovecraft. I enjoy the Lovecraft media. Maybe not the man himself. He's got some issues here. Well, this looks short. 1992 English subtitles. Same thing. There's like 2 different things. I will have to look at both of them. Thanks, Jim. Have a great night, everyone. All right. Yeah, I was glad. It was good to see you again. I know you said you're going to be busy for Canadian Thanksgiving, so I'm glad to see you back. Hopefully things will cool down for you a bit. Thanks for the stream. All right. I'm on that clip. You're on that clip. unless you're saying you're just watching, like you agreed to it. Is this going to be like, when we were setting up a date for the collab, someone suggested like Friday, and then Anna had to come and be like, oh no, we're doing what are you talking about? Okay, I guess we'll find out tomorrow. I'm scrolling back up on this to see, like, I'm down for Sunday. There we go. I'm down for Sunday. Quote for Henmo. I guess we'll find out tomorrow who shows up. But hopefully we'll see you then. Otherwise, thanks for hanging out with me. As always, hope you enjoyed the movie, and hope I'll catch you again on the next one. Until that time, so long, everybody. Bye-bye. I did it in his thumbnail. I saw you did it in his thumbnail. You better be there. I guess I can't do anything if you're not. But all right. Catch you all on the next one. So long.